Lydia from Novelty. Today on my way home from work, I was thinking about what kind of vlog I wanted to film, and then I got this idea for a really cool game. So I stopped at the library to get some books so I could do it. It's called Judging a Book by Its Cover, and what I did is I picked out 6 books at the library based solely on the front cover. I did not read anything else, which was actually super duper hard. And then what I'm going to do is go through each of the books on camera and say what genre I think it is, what the back cover blurb would say, like that type of thing, like what the story's about, and then give the rating. I think I'll give it out of like 1 to 5 stars. The next week or 2 weeks, whenever I get done reading the books, I will film another vlog letting you know how correct I was and what the books are actually about. So I'm so excited about this. It was also a lot more of a challenge to me to pick out the books without reading anything than I thought it would be, because I don't like certain books, so I normally really read the back cover a lot and be like, is this something I'm going to like? But at the same time, I like going into a book blind, so to speak, without knowing anything about it. So that is going to be so awesome with this game. The first book I have is A Secret Courage, in the London Chronicle. So obviously I'm going to say this is, wow, this shows my knowledge. I am thinking it's World War II, but I just realized it's probably World War I. It's by Trisha Goyer, maybe? All right, I'm going to say that it's historical fiction, and I think I am going to give it 3.5 stars when I read it, and it is takes place in World War II, and this girl, like, this is all what I'm supposing from looking at this cover. This girl is from the countryside. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. She's from the countryside, and she always dreamed of moving to London and helping with stuff. And when the war strikes, or war hits, however you say it, instead of staying in the country, she quickly goes to London to see what she can do to help. And when she's there, she meets an American, a guy, and they fall in love. And then he gets seriously injured, and she has to decide whether she's more loyal to her country or to this American pilot who she's gotten to know. I have no clue if that's correct. I feel like I'm probably missing a lot of stuff in the uniform she's wearing, and that this is a bad sign of how well I know the uniforms from World War II. It's probably World War I, but I'm going to go with World War II, so that is what I'm saying for this book. The next book we have is Tomorrow's Treasure, and it's East of the Sun, Book 1, and it's by Linda Lee I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I say as I close my eyes so I don't see the back cover. It has a map in the background, but it's so faint I can't see at all what the map is of. I'm going to guess it takes place in India. Again, I'm going to say it is a historical fiction book that takes place in India in the 1800s. And this lady here, her dad went over to India, like as part of his job. He's in the Navy, or not Navy, whatever it's called. Wow. My lingo is not coming out correct today, people. But she goes over there, and then she's going to be sent home when there is trouble where she lives. Somebody gets mad at her family, so they're going to send her home. But instead of getting home correctly, no, Tomorrow's Treasure, that means it probably isn't going to be like scary. What am I even saying? I don't have any clue. I think it takes place in India in the 1800s or like the first decade of the 1900s, but I think the 1800s. And I think that her family's really wealthy, and then she finds out a secret that could destroy all of it. That's what I think. I think her family could, East of the Sun, yep. Her family has a secret that could destroy everything, and she finds out about it, and she freaks out and doesn't know what to do. That's what I think is going to happen, and I think I'm going to give it 4 stars because it's going to be epic. Okay, this one I feel like it's slightly cheating because I read another book by this author. It was called Saving Amelia, and I really super much liked it. So when I saw this book, I was like, yes! Obviously, this does take place during World War II. The name is Secret She Kept. This takes place in Berlin. And this character right here is a main character. She is about 18, and she is really, really like Yay, 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 yay for Nazis. She thinks they're the best thing ever. She buys into all the propaganda. And then something happens and she suddenly realizes how disillusioned she is and she's horrified. And so she makes this utter switch, but people don't realize it, and she becomes part of the underground, and she is a courier for them. And something's going to happen, and she almost dies, and then it's going to be worth it because she kept the secrets. Probably the secret she kept is that she has Jewish people hidden in her house, probably right under the nose of some Nazis. And she rides her bike delivering messages for the underground, and nobody stops or questions her because, of course, she's so loyal to the Nazis. I'm most excited about this one, so I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. This takes place in the 1950s, and it's like in the Midwest, and it's about this boy who had this passion to play piano. He was very talented and loved to play piano, but he lived on a farm, and he did not know how to get his parents to understand how important piano was for him. They wanted to support him, but they needed his help keeping the farm going. So it was really tough for him, and he was always torn between his love for his family and helping support them and his love for the piano. And then the duet, it's a duet because somebody comes into his life, probably a girl, who really encourages his dreams and makes his heart sing. So yeah, that's what this book is about. I'm going to give it as flavorful as Dutch apple pie. The duet is a welcome treat by Angela Hunt. I mean, that quote is by Angela Hunt. It's an endorsement, I guess. I'm going to say that I'm going to give it 3.5 stars, almost 4. It's going to be so lovely, very, very character driven, and very sweet. And yet kind of slow. It's going to be one of those books that's super easy to put down because it's not got a lot of action. So now I'm going to be reading these books and hopefully get little updates filmed as I go along, and I cannot wait to see how right / how wrong I am. And stay tuned.